you can get a new marriage with a renewed commitment to Christ. A renewed commitment to Christ. Now Shanti and Jeff alluded to this. They have a whole book on it, and the quotes I'm going to use right now I took from their book. Myth: the divorce rate is the same in the church as in the general public. The fact is the church attendance decreases your chance of divorce by half. Now I'm gonna tell you where this statistic that the church people have a divorce rate of the same as people in the world came from. It's a 2001 Barna released a widely quoted study that showed that professing Christians had the same divorce rate as non-Christians, roughly 33 to 34%. The Barna researchers were studying those who profess, listen to this, profess to hold Christian beliefs, not those who went to the church. When a person attends church, it lowers their chance of divorce by roughly 25 to 50% compared to those who do not attend. That's Barna 2008. So Barna in 2001 said, people who profess to be Christian, they do not attend the church. Their divorce rate as those who do not profess to be a Christian and don't attend the church. I agree. Professing Christ and possessing Christ are two different things. That's like putting a BMW logo on a Hyundai. It doesn't change anything. It's still a Hyundai, not a BMW. Why? Because putting a sticker that I believe in God is one thing. Jesus says, many will say to me that Lord, Lord, but He says, you do not do what I ask you to do. You practice lawlessness. The divorce rate drops by 50% among churchgoers, and most of that is due to church attendance, not other factors. So just alone, if you make a decision, me and my house will go to church every Sunday, your divorce rate drops by 50% than the rest of the community. Brad Wixell in Cultural Contradiction Study. A couple who shares the same faith and attends services together regularly is 35 to 50% less likely to get divorced than anyone else. Journal of Marriage and Family 2009. Those who are active in their faith are the happiest in their marriages. Another data. The better the couple's agreement on things like Bible reading and prayer, the closer and happier that couple was. Prepare and Enrich study. Couples who pray together are likely to be connected and close in their marriage, whereas those who are not so much likely to be disconnected. Marriage oneness assessment. Now, why? Why is the church attendance? I mean, I'm just coming in, listening to the preachers, listening to the songs. My kids are going into Kids Zone, and then afterwards we go home. What difference does it make? I'm going to share with you. A secular view of marriage is a man and a woman together. You're committed to each other. That's a secular view of marriage. A sacred view of marriage is man and a woman in God, and you're committed to God, and the closer you get to God, the closer you get to each other. The closer you get to God, the closer you get to each other. The secular view is this: I'm committed to you. A sacred view is this: I'm committed to Him, then I'm committed to marriage, and then I'm committed to you. You're the third in commitment, not the first. In a secular view, the only one you're committed is to each other. There's nobody to hold that commitment, nobody to reinforce that commitment, and nobody to push you back to each other in case you want to leave that commitment. In a sacred biblical view of marriage, my commitment is not to my wife first. My commitment is first to God. Secondly, my commitment is to the institution of marriage. And thirdly, my commitment is to my wife. I was committed to God before her, and I was committed to God's principles before I met her. And that was tested by time. So when she came into the picture, when I came into her picture, it was simply a third thing that we already walked in commitment to God, to God's principles, and now we're walking in commitment to the person. That's the difference.